like we have the full, almost like the full view. That's perfect. Hi guys, welcome in. It is Friday, and that means it's time for yoga with me, Fuhrgi. So glad that you are here again. If you are just new to the channel, make sure that you are liking, subscribing, and following, as we are doing classes here every week. And by we, I mean me and my many personalities. If you want to follow more intently than that, make sure that you are my friend on OnlyFans and on Instagram as well, for all the Fuhrgi fandom. Today's class is about finding balance, being present in that balance, and showing up fully and wholeheartedly for yourself in that space of balance. But you can't know if you don't know, right? And so, are you balanced right now? And that's a question that it's pretty easy answer to. Most of the time we are out of balance in some way, shape, or form. That is society's expectation for us always to be just a little off kilter, so that the power struggle is always there. But if we take a moment, step back, and realize that the power initiates within ourselves, and then we can add that on, bring ourselves back into from this place of disempowerment, back from this place of underdog, and bring yourself into this place of wholehearted, full, authentic beast self. So listen to your body, take care of yourself in today's practice, and remember, we're here to strike a balance in the practice. So if you find that we're stretching in something and you don't need it as bad on that side as the other, why are you doing it? Listen to your body. That's how we find balance today. We're going to get started in Vajrasana, Hero's Pose, which is this kneeling position you do see me in. I always encourage you, if you do not feel comfortable with how this feels on your ankles, your knees, your hips, to sit up on a block, a bolster, a pillow. If you're at home, thick books. Like, you can use anything in your home to help as a prop to bring it in. You don't need fancy shit. I'm wearing Hanes panties here today. Like, come on, we can do this, because it's not about that. It's for ourselves and the balance we create. All right, so sit on it, don't, but listen to your ankles when you're in this pose. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Again, fill up from the very bottom, take it to the middle, to the top, and then exhale it from the top, the middle, the bottom. And let's fill up 360 degrees. And out again. And this is the first state of bringing balance into your experience. With your inhales and your exhales, notice the rhythm, the pace, the texture as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. And is it supportive for where you're currently at? The important thing with balance is to meet yourself with where you're at currently. And if it's not supportive for you to be making a forceful breath, make it a little bit softer, a little bit more flowier, finding the pace that you are in this moment. It can be in and out through the nose, in and out through the mouth. If you follow me on Instagram, I shared about Nadi Shodhana pranayama today on my stories, and that is a beautiful practice for balancing out breath and energy. We're going to do that at the end of the practice today, give you a little toots of it. Incorporate it or don't. It's fine. And we're here for about 12 cycles of breath, and as you deepen into this practice of inhalation and exhalation, this 3-part Dirga pranayama, notice how your body feels. Notice what your brain is doing. And it's not your job to shift or change anything. It's just to show up and be present for what's currently happening. Soften your shoulders, unclench your jaw. And then ask yourself in these final breaths, what does balance mean to you today? And then be the one that shows up for it. Allow your eyes to open. Take on the space. Inhale, reach your arms forward up to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows. Take the hands forward. Interlace the fingers and then press your palms to the front of the room. Breathe in, lift up onto your knees. Reach your hands up high. Exhale, sit your hips back. Reach your right arm back in space. Breathe in, hands come up, palms come up. Exhale, sit your hips back, reach your left arm back. So we're going to twist here for a few cycles of breath. Inhaling on the rise, exhaling on the twist. Next time you rise up, you're going to pause. Let your toes tuck under. Keeping your knees about hip width distance. Exhale, bend your elbows. Take the palms down to your low back. Hug your elbows towards one another. Knit your hips and your ribs together. And then push forward from that hip and rib connection. Keep the gaze forward for now. Or opening up the belly, the chest. Wiggle and wobble a little bit. And then sit back onto your toes. We're coming into broken toe pose. Exhale, bring your right arm underneath your left. Now you can grab onto opposite elbows, opposite shoulders, giving yourself a hug, and then lift the elbows up. Side sway to the left, to the right. Left and right a few times as we're opening up lateral line fascial connections. Now, I have all 10 of my toes tucked under. Listen to what's going on in the soles of your feet, that fascial foot connection. If you want to bring backs of the arms or fronts of the palms together, you can totally do that too. Breathe in, lift your elbows up. And exhale, release the arms open. You're going to rise up onto the knees. Reach your hands up high. And exhale, twist, reach your left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. We're going to do this 2 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Actually, no, it's not hair, it's string cheese. I grow dairy out of my arms. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Breathe in, reach your arms up high. Exhale, you're going to bring it down to your low back once again. Hug your elbows together. And then push. Now, your gaze can stay forward, or maybe you bring the chin up. Coming into a Straussana camel posture. Press down into your toes. Let your booty cheeks squeeze. Breathe and come up. And then you're going to bring your hands down, tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky. You're in downward facing dog. Let the hands separate about shoulder width distance, maybe a little further apart. Bend in the knees. You don't need to lock the joints for any reason whatsoever, unless you would like to hurt yourself. Then, you go ahead and do that. That's fine. And then you're going to walk the dog out. Sway the hips from side to side. Press the heart back in space, roll it forward. We're getting into the toes, stretching the bottoms of the feet, the toesies. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk yourself up, tiptoe, top of the mat. You're coming into a forward fold, little bend into the knees. Let your head be heavy. Grab on the opposite elbows, and you can gently ragdoll from side to side. And notice, bend in your knees. We're getting into the muscles of the glutes, low back, backs of the legs, Anywhere you can bend and add some space in the joints, do it. Noticing how the backs of your legs feel, how the glutes feel. And you can have big sways. You can have little sways. It's all good, whatever feels good in your body. Release your hands down to the earth, heel toe your feet a little bit closer together, not touching though. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Press down into your left hand, bend your left knee. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. You're gonna press back through your right butt cheek. And we're stretching out this outer line connection, the IT, the abductors. Your hand can stay on your low back, or maybe you reach your hand up to the sky. Wiggle the wrist. Inhale. Exhale to forward fold. Breathe and lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, right knee bends, right hand plants. Left leg works towards an extension, not a full extension, as you press back through your left butt cheek. Lift your left arm up. Then wiggle through your wrist. Stretch back through your left butt cheek. Breathe in. Breathe out, hand comes forward, down to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine, flat back. Hi. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come up and overhead. Interlace the fingers, press your palms up, and exhale, hinge over to the right. Again, legs are about hip width distance in this posture. As you press the hips towards one direction, you're creating a lengthening effect through the side body. Now your hand can come on your hip, you can interlace, you can keep working with both hands, all of it's valid. Gimme! Oh no, Pippin! Sorry, I called you wrong. I thought you were Gimme. Pippin's here with us all today, everyone. Off to the center. And then you're going to take it to the other side. Again, we're working on side body lengthening. If you need a little bit more support, bring your hand on your hip. There ain't no problem with that. Stretching, wiggling. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bend your knees, sit your hips back, reach your hands back in space. Interlace your fingers and then press your chest forward. You're gonna roll forward onto your toes and back to your heels. Onto your toes and back to your heels. Now, engage the core, pull the navel up and in. Feel the abdominals knit towards the innards of your pelvis. Lift the heels up and back the heels down. Gonna do it one more time. Lift the heels up, straighten through your legs. Hinge forward, diver's pose. Press the hands up towards the sky. Keep hugging the inner thighs towards one another. We're here for one more breath in. And exhale. Bring the hands down to the earth. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Lift your right leg high. You're gonna bend the knee. Turn the right hip to top the left. The shoulders are going to stay level. Wiggle, wiggle. You're getting into the front of your hip, those hip flexors. Let your right leg be dead weight. Inhale, lift your right leg high. And then exhale, step the foot through. You're going to turn the back foot down 90 degrees. Inhale, come on up. Sorry guys, I'm getting disturbed by phone calls. This is when the spam starts so early in the morning in America. If you're from here, you know. Anyways, back on to Warrior 2. So here we are, pressing through the outer edges of your feet. Reach your arms to the front and back of the room. Booty engaged. Long spine. Knee coming towards the pinky edge side of the toe, not towards the big toe. And then you're going to float it back in space. And your goal is to find the balance of weight between the front and the back foot, because this is a neutral posture. Once you find it, go ahead and find stillness. Inhale, reverse. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Left hand travels lightly down on your back leg. Wiggle your wrist. Maybe extend the front leg to add just a bit deeper of a stretch to the side body. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the earth. Let's pivot onto the outer edge of the back foot today. Send the right leg back to stagger in front of your left foot, Vashisthasana side plank. Engage the core. Now the shoulder is slightly angled forward, up towards the top of your mat. That's where the balance, the joint connection is its most strongest. Now you're gonna press down into that right foot. See it activate the inner thigh. And then you're gonna lift the left leg into the belly. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the hand to the earth. You're gonna bring the left foot down, coming into pigeon stretch. Now, pigeon stretch can be taken, once again, bringing a block or a bag or something underneath your butt if you find any tension or pain. If not, you can place the booty towards the earth and we're relaxing the inner thigh. The foot can be as close to the hip or as far away. You're telling me, man, it's like 90 degrees out here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your hands forward. And you're in a low pigeon. This is stretching your outer bum, the outer thigh, getting deeper into the abductors. I did glutes yesterday, my dump truck workout. So this is perfect for those of you that might have tight outer hips, tight IT bands. If you're cyclists, runners, hikers, long distance people, this is the pose for you. Someone's flexing my bicep. Guys, this is my bicep, all right? All right, press back through your left hip. We're here for about 3 more cycles of breath. Hi. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly walk yourself up. Plant your hands. Tuck your toes. Lift your left leg up to the sky. So we're in our 3-legged down dog. Here we are. But on the left side this time, right? So you're going to bend the knee. Open the hip. And then roll the shoulder down. Let your head be heavy. Find the stretch through the front of your left hip. Remember, your left leg is dead weight. That's going to allow for the hip flexors, the deep line fascial connection to stretch. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, you're going to bring it forward, top of the mat. Turn the back foot down. And then cartwheel your arms up. Come into warrior 2. Strong warrior 2 on the other side. Remember, it's heel to heel, heel to arch alignment, or your own experience. We talked about this at the beginning of the practice. If this doesn't feel good for you, then you're going to want to play around with adjusting the hips, adjusting until you find something where the tailbone isn't tucked or popping back in space. You want neutral spine. Engage the glutes, sink down, knee goes out, not in, out, and then long spine. Arms reach to the front and back of the room, Virabhadrasana 2. And play around with the balance of it. Often I notice a lot of students end up like surfers and they're like, yeah! But there's a ton of weight on your front leg that way. So roll it forward and back in space. Until you find the balance. Sometimes that means playing around with your own body to find the right posture that feels good for you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse. Reach your left hand back in space, opening through the side body. Always the option to extend to get a little deeper into the front hip stretch. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down to the earth. Gonna bring that hand. Woo! Over, and then you're going to take the left foot in front of the right. I'm trying to get the feet so you can see what's going on here. Now I am flexing through my lower leg. I am stretching through my upper leg's foot. Why? For activation, inner thigh, pelvic floor, engage. Then you're going to press down into the earth with your left foot. Inhale, bring the right knee into your belly. Breathe in. Breathe out, release the hand, and then draw your right knee onto the earth. We're in pigeon stretch. And heel can be as close to the hip or as far forward to the front of the mat that feels good for you. We are working on releasing the inner thigh, pelvic floor, lower abdominal core engagement in this pose. Take a look at your back foot. You want to make sure you're pressing into the big toe side, stretching the toes straight back and not sickling or curving the ankle. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're going to hinge forward. You're going to feel the stretch spiraling from the back lower part of your pelvis to the front inner part of your knee thigh area. Check in with your breath. Mine's a little out of whack for what I'm doing. But you can always bring it back. And that's the thing. When you find yourself out of balance, to bring yourself back in, we reconnect with breath. We're here for about 3 more cycles. Inhale. And exhale, bring yourself back up. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee. And then you're gonna send your right leg back and you're in plank position. Push forward, bend the elbows, take it all the way down. And then here we are, coming into Sphinx pose. Let the elbows come about shoulder width distance, maybe a little wide apart. Soften the booty cheeks. Lift your chin up. And breathe out right ear, right shoulder. Bring your chin down to your chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin up high. Then we're gonna move back the other way. Stretching through the neck muscles, cervical spine release. Fuck you, fly, get out of here. Fly, don't bother me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring it back into the middle. You're going to press your hands into the earth. Send it back. And when you have it, here we are. Beginning again. The end is where we began. Cycles of life. Bring your hands onto your thighs, and we're going to move into the practice of Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing that I mentioned at the beginning of practice. Now, this breath is mostly used at the beginning or the end. Doesn't really happen in between, in the middle, anywhere. But Nadi Shodhana is an alternating nostril breath to bring energy and balance back into your nadis. Nadis, we have over 72,000 of these energetic lines in our body, and they can get a little, right? Constant intake of external society, constant intake of our own thoughts, you know. So bringing the balance back, again, it comes to the breath. And Nadi Shodhana is a great way to do that. We've got Ida and Pingala. Ida represents the right nadi line. Pingala represents the left nadi line and travels from the left side of the brain, travels from the right side of the brain. And then we've got Sushumna Nadi, the central nadi line, which actually then can send it everywhere, right? But if we're out of balance, we're out of whack, you're gonna feel energy, anxiety, lethargy, depression, right? So this is a great way to bring the fight or flight to balance. Will it change your woes? No. But it will make you more apparent and aware so that you can, all right? So we're gonna start bringing the left hand, palm face up, thumb and index finger connected. This is something mudra. My brain escapes me, but I'll let you know in the comments later. All right, and then you're gonna take your middle finger and you're gonna place it onto the third eye center between the eyebrow. You have your thumb and you have your pinky finger here, all right? So you're gonna take a full breath in and a full breath out. After the breath out, you're gonna close the right nostril and you're gonna start the breath in from the left nostril, the Ida Nadi channel. So we're gonna take a big breath in, big breath out. Seal the right nostril and breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close the left nostril. You're gonna open the right nostril and breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale through the right nostril. Close your right nostril. Open the left nostril. Breathe out. Close. Breathe in through the left nostril. Close left nostril. Open right nostril and breathe out. Most of the time I tell people you do this about 10 cycles of breath or until your body feels just a bit more in balance with itself, more in tune. It's a great breath to prepare you for meditation or plunging or any kind of these experiences that you like to do in a meditative state. So again, Nadi Shodhana. Alternating nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Great for balancing energy. Again, we start with the left, inhaling 5 seconds, close, exhale, inhale, close, exhale, inhale, close. And you do that as many times. I also mentioned on the story today that you can only do one side if you need to. So if you find yourself in a super fucking depressive state, the right side isn't going to fucking help very much, is it? Because that's what brings you down. So you want to keep that right nostril closed for 5.5 in, 5.5 out. And that's do. Same thing opposite. If you're and you need to come down, right nostril. All right, guys, this is where I leave you today. Finding the balance in your very own way. Whatever you need to do from here, meditation or whatever. I'm glad that you spent this time with me. If you have anything else that you would like to do or hang out and see or be a part of my experience, join me here weekly on Instagram at Fuhrgi and OnlyFans and Instagram if you want all the things. All right, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Om Shanti Shanti. Namaste.